Hello, welcome back everybody. So today we're just going to be doing a cleaning on our laser head here. This is going to be the first time we clean this up. I kind of want to see how dirty that lens is getting over a certain time of use. So we haven't really used this much, but we did do a little bit of leather, and then after the leather we had a lot of buildup around the nozzle head there. So I'm going to dig into here. We're going to kind of see what we got. This is going to be about, maybe a few hours of use. That ceramic plate was probably running for about 4 hours on there, but it wasn't really creating much dust or smoke. I think a lot of what we're going to see is going to be from some wood or the cardboard and stuff like that we put in there, and especially that leather, I believe. So we're going to dig into this and see what we got. Alright, so first off, we actually need to remove the laser head here. So just the thumb screw on the side, we'll pick it straight up out of here. If you have the air assist tube, you'll want to remove that, like so. Alright, so with this off, we'll flip around, and we'll have these two small screws here which hold the shield on. We'll need to take those out, and we'll also need to take this out as well for the air assist. So that nut, there's a nut inside that just takes a 5/16 wrench, and you'll be able to stick that in here and break it loose. And you should be able to just unscrew it by hand. And then as for these, it's with one of the Allen keys that it came with, the real small one here. Not exactly sure which size that is, but that will take these two screws off the back. Okay, so you won't have to back these all the way out. You can leave them in there a little bit and you'll still be able to get the shield out. I find that's a lot easier to do. You don't lose those little tiny Allen screws there. And as for the nozzle itself, it'll be the slightly bigger Allen key they gave you, and you'll just loosen up the set screw up here on top. And if I can get it here. And that'll slide straight out. And at this point, you'll also want to clean this up as well, and make sure you got nothing in there that's blocking your laser beam there. And this is what we'll have to clean up. Now you can kind of see there is some schmoo buildup around here. I don't know if I can get you a shot of the lens. Yeah, there you go. You can see that the lens is kind of hazed over with like a little bit of dust. So that stuff there, we'll just want to make sure we get nice and cleaned off. Now, one thing I did kind of find here is you can kind of put the module in upside down here, and it'll actually kind of hold it in place like this. Kind of gives something to set it on while you're trying to clean all this up here. Okay, here's a kind of a top view on what's going on here. So the book just kind of says rubbing alcohol, not specifically rubbing alcohol, but alcohol and just a cotton swab is what it says. And then if you have the 20-watt version, it also recommends that you clean it more often, like after every hour of consecutive use. I guess it'd be more dangerous for the lens if you'd have debris on there. The beam could destroy the lens, at least in larger CO2 lasers, especially anything that cuts metal. That can definitely happen. You can have splatter come up through the nozzle itself and hit that lens, and then as that beam comes through, it can actually hit those splatters and cause permanent damage to the lens. And I've seen them where it actually destroys the lens, completely cracks them or breaks them right there at those points. So on the stronger ones, if you have the 20-watt, definitely want to make sure that's always clean, because it could damage the lens if it hits debris on the glass there. So all I'm going to do is just take a little rubbing alcohol, kind of soak the end of this little Q-tip, and just give it a good little rubbing around. Now when it comes with the lenses, I work from the inside going out in a circular motion. And you can repeat this a couple times. Until you get that nice and clean. Okay, we'll also want to do the same thing to the little laser spot there as well. Same kind of principle, a little bit of alcohol. And then just work your way from the center out. While we're in here, we'll go ahead and clean just the whole inside of the housing as well. There we go. Now, as for the shielding lens here, we'll just take a little bit of alcohol. I got a microfiber here. It says a lint-free rag. I don't got anything specifically lint-free, but as for this part here, I think we'll be okay with just a little microfiber rag here and cleaning up the dust out of the lens here. And we'll clean both the inside and outside. We'll just go over it with the rubbing alcohol around the inside, then a dry side. And then as the outside, do the same thing, hit it with the damp side with the alcohol. And dry side. And you can kind of see in the light there's a little bit of scratching and stuff going on, but it'll be all right. We're going to go ahead and hit this nozzle up the same way as well. I'm just going to go in here. We're going to kind of start at the end all the way down the base. Kind of work it around. Circular motion back to the edge here. And you can kind of see the junk that builds up inside these. I'll hit up the dry side. And then just make sure you do your outside tip as well. Same thing on the air assist port here. You can kind of see that build up. We'll just go ahead and clean that off as well. Okay, everything's all cleaned up, ready to go, and we'll just go ahead and assemble everything back together. And we'll do a little test cut, make sure everything's fine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and test it out on a piece of, what's this, 4mm plywood or so. So we're going to go ahead and set the focus, which drop down the stand. Until it touches the wood. That's ready to go. So for our test, we're just going to cut out a little square here, or a star. We'll do a star. Be a little 2-inch star. Okay, I would say that was pretty successful there. I got a nice clean cut all the way around. And the part just fell right out there. So, there we go. Cleaned and ready to go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.